Hey everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. Alright, so working some more on this paper bag journal. There were a few pages and things that I still wanted to add some collage on. So just looking through my book of ephemera that I've been using a lot in this journal. And I'm just going to pull out a bunch of different things that I think might look good on these collage areas. And yeah, so I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so these collages actually, they were a little bit of a struggle for me, I'm not gonna lie. Usually it kind of comes to me a lot easier, but I felt like I really kind of had to think a lot on these. But you know what, I think in the end they turned out really darn good. So I'm pulling out a whole lot more than I'm gonna need, but just wanted to have some good options. It's always fun there's all kinds of fun stickers that are hidden behind that. It's like every time I'm in there, I'm discovering something new again, so it's always kind of fun. My favorite page. This might be my new favorite page. This is a bunch of different stamped images that I did one evening about a week, last week sometime, and they're going to be the main focus of the collages that I do on in this video. So just trying to pull out a bunch of different kinds of options. I knew I wanted to do one of them with more of like an architectural theme, which is here, this little set of stamped images. And then I wanted to do one with kind of like a calligraphy thought to it. And then I pulled out another one of those industrial light fixtures. And so I'll use that in a third one. But I think we're going to do 4 altogether today. So, and of course the underlying theme has always kind of become, yeah, mail. So, registered mail stamp. And here were some of the camera, the like old time camera, and we had used that stamp as a background for the tab. So I decided, since I've already kind of used those in collages in the tabs, I didn't want to use them again in the collage that I do today. So I think I'm just about ready. Got a few more stamp postage, well, I guess just that one more postage themed one, and now we'll get started. So I'm kind of just laying things out, just trying to kind of place things down and see what looks good and what doesn't, and it just kind of goes from there. So here you can see I'm really thinking. Usually I just kind of lay things down and there it is, but this time it just, today it wasn't going as quickly for me, but this is the process. So sometimes it's better than others, and that's okay. So I have that orange sticker that I'm holding in my right hand, and I liked that it played off the orange journaling tags in the envelope on the left side. So I definitely want to make sure that that gets into this collage somewhere. And there's kind of a fine balance of too little and then too much. So and then the background being the handwriting was a little bit busy, so it kind of, I think, was throwing me off a little bit. I don't know. Something was throwing me off. I'm not quite sure. But this is the basic setup that I ended up with, but I felt like I needed to cover that one hole on the left side. So I went back to my labels and decided to look again for another label stamp. So I like that one, but you always got to look at least twice before you decide, right? Or at least I do. I don't know. I thought maybe that one would work, but it was just a little bit too small. So in the end, I went ahead with the first one. Is that an octagon? I can't really tell. And I'm going to ink around the edges and distress this. This label here was a little more cream than I wanted it. I wanted it to be a little bit dingier and dirtier looking. So I went ahead and distressed the whole thing and then made the edges a little bit darker. And now I'll finish distressing everything else. And I started gluing things down. So just gonna finish gluing down the last piece here. Pieces. Got a little bit of glue kind of everywhere there. And plugging up that little hole right there. That ended up being the perfect size. And of course I made it not straight. There we go. All right, collage number 1 today is done. Now I'm going to move over to the envelope and we'll do a little bit of collage down here in the bottom left corner. And again, I'm not quite sure what I want to do, but decided let's go ahead and do this calligraphy and use that as our theme. Just gonna rip off that one straight edge so that all 4 of the edges are matching. And what I did was I stamped each pen nib twice. So here I'm choosing the 2 in the middle to use on this collage and then ripping the others off. So I have 2 different pen nibs there. And I don't know what I was thinking here, putting the smaller piece below the bigger piece. That doesn't look good at all. But I'll fix it, don't worry. think I just realized it. There we go. Got to build up from the bottom. That label was just too small. I liked it, but it was just a little bit too small. So I'm going to go and see if I can find something a little bit more size appropriate. That wasn't bad, but not quite what I was going for. I mean, you would think with all the stuff that I pulled out, I would have plenty to choose from, but guess not. I needed more because I'm going to go back into my ephemera book in just a minute and find another label. But I liked this. I didn't really like the top part of that, so I went ahead and hid the darker parts of that sticker. And oh yeah, so I was going to try this as a label, but then I thought, no, it needs some color, a different color. It was a little too monotone. So yeah, here I'm gonna go back into my ephemera book and see what I can find. Back to this one again. Thought about it, decided no. But I didn't put it away yet. There's still a possibility. Just not finding what I want to find here. And then I found my favorite page of labels again, and I think I found a winner with this one. It's a red oval. I think it says number. Yep, so I like that. So I'm going to put this other one away. Never to be used in this journal. No matter how hard I try. All right, so I think this is it, and now I just need to ink around the edges and stick everything down. And once again, I really distressed that label. It was just a little too white, so I distressed the front of it as well as all the edges. I think we're down to the last little piece here. So I just need to stick this last piece down, and then I'll let you see how it turned out. Oh yes, gotta get the tweezers. Those are invaluable when you're doing this kind of thing. I really wanted to make sure it was straight. So here's a close-up of the first one. I really like that orange sticker on the bottom. And the one that we just did. Now on to the back of the journal and the other smaller paper bag pocket. And again, I'm just kind of organizing my ephemera by the type it is, and that for me, it kind of helps me to see what I have and kind of organize my thoughts on what might work well with each other. So I guess we all have our own little process, right? And this is one of mine, I suppose. So that is I was reading it. I was trying to make sure it wasn't out of character for this journal. I think it's like a vintage ticket for a baseball game or something. So I don't end up using that. It's a really cool sticker, but it just didn't end up making it into the collage. So definitely wanted to use this one. It says photo record, and then it says stuff like name, date, all that good stuff. So with the journaling card tucked in there as cameras, I thought it was just perfect for this little collage here. Sophie says hi. She's sitting on my lap. I'm getting some pets right now. I might show you a picture of her at the end. How's that? Maybe even a little video. Okay, so back to the collaging. I knew I wanted to have this industrial light little picture somewhere, and I thought, well, this was kind of the perfect place, so definitely going to get that in there. And then now it's just kind of a matter of building around the two main pieces and kind of filling in the blanks, I suppose. And again, it was getting a little bit too monochromatic with the light colors, but apparently that's what I seem to be gravitating towards. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with the lighting in my video this time. It must have been the sunlight changing or something, and my camera was picking it up and doing that. And I think I got rid of most of it, but it'll happen again probably once or twice. So here was that little red label that I had pulled out a long time ago, and I really liked it there. And then I thought, well, it needs kind of something else down on the bottom, and I stuck that little green label down there, but I didn't really love that, so I think I'm gonna decide to start inking things up, and then maybe magically the answer would come to me because sometimes it will do that for you. So I'm just gonna ink and I guess start sticking stuff down. Sometimes when I do overthink things, it's just best if I just make a decision, and then I'm kind of forcing myself to keep going, because otherwise I will literally sit there and just stare at something forever and never make a decision, and then get frustrated, and then nothing good's gonna happen at that point then. So it's a matter of either do something or get up and go do something else. Take a break, So I wasn't at that point here, not even close to it actually. There's definitely been other days where I'm just like, yeah, I can't, nothing's happening today. So I just, do something different for a while. Go clean something, go organize something. I don't know. There's always something to do, right? So, but yeah, so this was the three main elements that I chose. And I think oh, that's right. Yeah, I added just a little dab of washi because where the photo record and the bottom of the industrial light are, there was just like a little funky gap that you could see the background in, and I just kind of wanted to fill that little gap there. So pulled out the washi that I had been using on some of the other collages and added it here vertically, and then I had another little bit left, so I decided to add some more over here. But then when I was looking at that, I'm like, I don't really love that. So I peeled the first one off and accidentally took some of the other one with it. So I had to re-glue that down. And then I decided to flip the washi and put it sideways instead. I then decided I didn't love the one on the right, but it had already stuck down, so changed my mind and now it's fine. So I think that's our collage for this little page, and I will show you close up. And I like how it turned out. I wouldn't change it now, actually. Okay, so ready for our last one. I wanted to add a little something to this other envelope here. And so I'm gonna add it to the upper right hand corner of the envelope. And trying to decide what my theme is for this collage. So kind of decided on the postage theme. So postcard type thinking, the registered mail stamp. I put this here, but then ended up not using that. I don't know what I want to do right here. So I'm just going to pick everything up, look at it, and put it back down. I don't know about you guys, but I hope I'm not alone in the way that I do this. Oh gosh, sometimes it's just so frustrating when it just doesn't come to you, you know? And you just like, you have to touch literally every single thing, right? But okay, so I decided to use the 2 pen nibs in the middle. So did again what I had done in the first collage and just kept the 2 in the middle. That's supposed to be some calligraphy pen ink bottle is what that is. So here I think I'm trying to go for, I don't know what I'm trying to go for. I'm just messing around with different things. And going back to my ephemera book. And I found this says postcard stamp. A stamp that says postcard. And I really liked that. So I decided that that's going to be my focal piece. And now I'm going to build around that. So got to have a label or some kind of little place to write. And then I decided I needed a little bit of color again. So went to this first page and these ticket stickers, which I absolutely love these. I'm going to have to order more because I've been using them like crazy. They just seem to go with anything, right? So and then I decided I didn't really need both of those, so I went ahead and just ripped that in half, and I'll only use this one. So now I'm just trying to decide how I want to lay this all out. And again, I wasn't quite sure, so I started inking around the edge and just, I guess, came up with a plan, and so now I'm sticking things down. I did ink around everything else too. I didn't make you sit through watching all of that. Oh, there goes my phone doing that weird thing again with the lighting. Sorry about that. Let's just call it a filter. How about that? We got a sun filter. I was struggling with this. I skipped past the 3 tries where I stuck it down crooked. So I think 4th try was a charm on this one. So yeah, as you can see, I had started sticking things down and I still hadn't completely decided on a final look because I'm still kind of messing with these two. So I guess I think that's the way I want it to be. So adding some glue to that one. That registered stamp that I just put down had a really pretty tea stain on it, and that's why I kept some of the extra white around the edge of it. It was just, I just really like the way it looks, so I decided to keep that. So alright, so I think this is the end of this one, and I will put my scratch paper away and show you how this one turned out. Actually, I really like this one. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye, guys.